since we're getting a bit close to the first startup of the truck and the motor, I think today we're going to do some general maintenance on it, because last time I checked, the spark plugs Matthew and I pulled out, not exactly looking so hot. And I think the last time we did an oil change on this motor was like 5 years ago, so we're going to get to that. So we got a couple of new goodies here first. We got some Valvoline high zinc racing oil, along with a K&N oil filter, as well as some 8 new spark plugs, as well as a new little gasket for the oil plug, because there's been a small little drain on it. And to be fair, I'm not sure how good it's going to be or if there's a lot of oil in it. It's been about 5 years that it's basically sat right here in the truck. So we're going to change the oil. We're going to also add in probably some rear differential fluid, try to clean up the rest of the wires, and hopefully by the end of today, we should be good, fingers crossed, to do the inside cab of the truck, but we're just going to go from there. So we got our 8 spark plugs here, all looking nice and clean, and try to get around you real quick here. They do make it nice and cozy for us to work on these things. But here was, it looks good on the outside with this spark plug, but I'm gonna like look a bit closer, see if you could try to see that there's some fuel on it, so it's running definitely rich. And on some of the very tips of these spark plugs, there was debris, so there was basically no spark, if not any. So we're going to take out all of these spark plugs and replace them all. Make it nice and simple on us, and hopefully it should hopefully have a way better first startup. Let's see how bad this side is. Oh, yep, that's definitely, we got some fuel. And the tip is definitely burnt on this side as well, so I'm going to see if I can try to get it to focus in for you, but it's not looking too good, but it's good. I'm not sure how much worse it could be than this, so we're going to continue taking out the other 4, and or I guess 3 now, and go from there. I've already been stung by 1 wasp too, so we're on a great streak. I can't really get to the nest because it's inside where that little like C-clip of the bed is, and it's like in the middle. I'm like, I can't spray behind it. Might need to grab a little wrench because the exhaust is kind of blocking me. I'll be right back. Ah, there she is. Howdy, stranger. It goes. I have to take the exhaust off because I can't get to the other 2 spark plugs. Oh. Because it blocks it.
Fun.
So taking the.
How much blocking?
Only on 2 of them. So I'm just trying to. I'll just pop it off and just take it out. And I got some new spark plugs just to test.
I think those will be nice for it.
Guess they're like $6, so nothing too expensive, but.
Yeah. It adds up quick though if you're not careful.
Yes.
Trust me, I know how that is. That's not. Is that oil or fuel or what?
Both.
It's mainly oil.
Show the camera, might as well.
Yeah.
It's a wet spark plug.
Oily wet spark plug. We'll have to see what this engine can do. Hey, look, a floor spark plug. Did you drop one?
I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, this is like such a wet spark plug.
Moist.
Yeah, no, the difference is insane. I'm gonna take the exhaust out.
So yeah, maybe take a look at that mini starter. My dad recommended it, and I didn't even think about it because they're like I said, they can be pricey in comparison, but dude, I've never had to replace one. They're super reliable, and they're high torque, which means that they spin the motor over a lot better with a lot less power.
Oh, sold then, yeah.
Well, and I learned that they're pretty nice when it comes to that part of it, because even with a dead battery, which again I found out the hard way, even with a dead battery, it still had just enough beans left in it to spin the starter just enough to get the car going. because it was that freaking high torque.
Ooh. And you saying it was like a 150 or something?
150 to 200. Don't quote me on that. One of the good brands that I think might be a little more pricey is Power Master. Those are the ones I use, or me and my dad have used.
Okay.
Power Master is a pretty good brand. I wouldn't though waste your money on like an off-brand one.
No, I don't.
Because I can't guarantee how well those work.
I don't blame you there. Beautiful.
Perfect.
My paint.
Don't scratch the beautiful.
Don't scratch
paint.
the paint.
Oh,
this grill loves my stomach right now, though.
dude, I know. I was working on my mom's Buick yesterday or the other day with my dad.
Yeah.
And I was over those giant fenders on that Buick,
oh,
and I was crushing my ribs in it. And I got up and I told my dad, and my dad's like, "Yep, that's working on cars."
You have to hand me that thing. I do. I want to know how heavy that thing is.
Oh, frick. Alright, it's most of the way out. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Get that nice undershot of you getting the spark plugs in. Nice and pretty. I need to see if I got the right socket down here to get this battery cable. Well, actually, can you wiggle this battery cable free? I'll just take it out with the battery cable. Yeah, there we go.
How was the starter for you?
Heavy.
Do you feel like you're in your early 20s?
Yeah. Ugh. She ain't a light girl, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I might go with that, the older, well, the newer style.
Yeah,
that's
the mini starters are significantly smaller. Oh, there went the camera. And significantly lighter. Oh. So, I think we need to replace that. And like I said, I was going to go in and replace all these wires. So, and for now, until we get that starter, this one will work. And I can still fix the wires on it. And then when we get the new one, we'll just swap this one out for that one. The wires are part of what you do.
Okay. Look at all the clearance, though.
I know, look at all that.
That's beautiful.
For activities. All right, let's see how heavy this thing is for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now do that. Hold above your head, on your back, under the car.
Try not to bash my face in. Just.
Yep, making sure you don't drop it on your face or your hands.
That gets heavy real quick.
Yeah, and you know what the best part is there's 2 bolts on it, right?
Yeah.
So you take one bolt out, hold it with one hand, take the other bolt out, and try not to drop it while holding with one hand.
Noted. Yeah. That's,
oh yeah.
As
So,
it falls on my foot.
Mini starters are the way to go. Modern technology has its purpose. So the biggest thing, right, is with these old starters is their big old electric motor right here, or I guess I don't know if we want to call it motor or coil. This is all significantly reduced, and their solenoid is significantly reduced. So I mean, it's probably like that much bigger, or that much smaller. I mean.
Wow.
And they're pretty self-contained. Their solenoid's a little bit smaller on top. They don't have the giant nose cone like these older starters do. And the thing is they're just a lot more advanced. They're what's called a high torque, like I was telling you. So that their gearing in them is slightly different to where they can actually spin a larger motor faster than this giant one can. So they make a significant difference, and especially on vehicles where you're running headers, that is like your lifeblood when it comes to that, because headers are awesome, but clearance issues are not awesome. So how do you fix that? Mini starter. So
lovely. The exhaust is slightly in the way. Game respect game.
I'm already moistened.
Oh yeah. Watch like nothing come out of this. Oh no.
What?
That's like water.
Oh shit. Let me see.
That's like clear.
Oh. Fuck. Fuck. That's not good.
No, it's not.
Jesus.
How?
Did the motor sit outside? Like outside of the truck?
for like a short period of time, but why is it going?
Fuck me, man.
So, I will tell you one positive though. You didn't try and run it with all that water in it. Was there any oil in it?
I don't think not with how it's looking.
Is it clogged?
What do you mean?
Stick your pinky in the hole, see if there's like a clog.
The last clip, Susie. That's her name, if you're wondering. She was well hydrated with H2O. I think when we first had the motor pulled around 2022 or so, this came out of a 1980 Corvette, and we put another 350 in the Corvette, and this was going to go into the truck. Well, I took it out around 2023. I have some footage of it, and I'll throw on screen too for you. I had her spray painted. We got a new water pump and everything. I'm like, okay, sweet. We went to start her over, and I remember I got doused in some sludge and water out of where the exhaust comes out of. And so I didn't think much of it. My dad's like, yeah, I'll just break it loose. And I got doused in fluid. Not sure what it was. But as you saw in that last clip, that was crystal clear water. And that's going to delay us a bit in what the plan was. But I'll let Matthew kind of talk about what we're thinking.
Yeah. When it doused you with water, like, was it running in the Corvette?
It was running in the Corvette. We pulled it out, and then we had to sit for a little bit. Then we started it just to make sure it was like broken free.
So probably during that time between when it came out of the Corvette and you tried to start it, because dude, if there's water in the cylinders coming out,
yeah,
that's pretty catastrophic. Yeah, you could see the clear sludgy water that's still trying to come out of that thing.
Yeah, that's not it.
Well, Cyrus, what was it that you just said? If it was easy, what was it?
It would be worth doing if it was easy.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is what I was telling Cyrus, right? I and my dad have a lot of small block Chevys because we've worked on Novas for a while, and we got a bunch of small block Chevys from buddies. I had multiple motors in my Nova wagon that I have, and one of the motors. So hear me out for a second. One of the motors, the top end went bad, but not to the point where it catastrophically screwed up the engine. It just started like, I think one of the cam lobes started to go flat, but we caught it before it did any real damage to the rest of the block. It was mainly just the cam lifters, all that stuff, right? So the top end's bad on that motor, but it's a good block with a good rotating assembly still, and it was a pretty healthy one at that, pretty low mileage. I'm thinking if we give Cyrus that block, I also have another set of good heads for it, and then we can get an intake, get a carburetor, and we still already have distributor, and we already have a carburetor, but just in case there's issues with that one, we have a spare carburetor too. I'm saying that honestly, we could pretty quickly, pretty cheaply rebuild another 350 small block Chevy because, I mean, they're pretty cheap to rebuild, and honestly, I don't know, man. I don't want to have to, like, you know, be the bearer of bad news, but I would not keep trying to work on this motor right now.
No.
I'd be pretty concerned about what other damages could be inside the motor with how much water came out, because that's more than the 5 quarts that's supposed to be in a small block Chevy.
It would pour out for like 5 minutes straight, it felt like.
I know.
And it's still coming.
Well, yeah, and it's still trying to come out, and as you saw in the clip, that it literally, like, we were trying to, like, unplug the hole, and there was still sludge and fluid coming out of it.
Yeah, and I did that for another like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and so, I would argue, man, that I think that's part of the fun, though.
It is. It's
yeah, it's.
She looks nice.
Yeah, the motor looks beautiful.
She's it'll be a good core.
Honestly, that's the thing too. is if you keep this block, as long as the block's not cracked or damaged anywhere, because again, with that much water in there, my concern would be if it ever froze, that water expands, which can crack the block, right?
Yeah.
That would be my biggest concern. Thing is, though, is if the block is still good, eventually we throw my 350 in there, like a spare one I have, right? Get the truck running. Now you have a good block that you could build with more horsepower for later.
Exactly.
You can save this block, still use it, get it cleaned up at a machine shop, make sure it's all cleaned out on the inside, and then throw some go-fast parts at it, and then eventually when the lame 350 comes out, you'll have a fun one to put in.
Exactly, yeah. But, yeah, we got some good parts. We got the chrome bracket set, you know? Got the alternator, got the start. Well, we'll get a new started too, but I know the HEI distributor is basically brand new, so there's all that good stuff.
You got the spark plugs, you got the water pump. Yeah, man, you got all the parts you need to throw onto another motor. I think we could build you another motor pretty quick.
I agree, yeah. And at least with all the wiring too, it's already done, so it's more so just you just pull and just drop one in at that point.
Dude, honestly, that would be probably the most fun part, is within a day, like let's say we get the motor put together, you could drop the motor in within a day, and the wiring, because it's already done, and if we continue to work on the wiring, obviously, by the time the other motor is ready, we could just throw it in and start the truck.
Oh, easily.
So, okay, it might not make it for the summer this year. That's a bummer, but let's be honest, me and Cyrus are dying in the freaking summer heat right now. It'd be nice to have something we can also work on in the fall and the winter.
True, yes.
I would rather be out here with a hoodie on than feeling like I'm going to have a heat stroke every time I sit in the truck.
Honestly.
But I think that's the plan. What do you think?
I'm liking it. I'd rather do it the right way than to try to salvage something that we have no idea what is wrong internally and go from there.
Yeah, well, and spark plugs a lot of the times tell you the health of the motor. And
those are rough.
Yeah, the amount of oil and fluid that's on them tells me that this thing was running like really badly, in the sense that like it must have bad valve seats or something, or bad rings, because there shouldn't be that much oil. I mean, we saw one of the spark plugs, literally the gap was closed with oil buildup.
Yeah, it was awful.
Careful, SpongeBob.
Careful. Oh, it touched me.
Oh no! What's the big reveal? Oh my God, that is a unique shade of green and gray and other fluids.
Give or take, there was some stuff in this prior, but still it should not have been this bad.
Yeah, and that's mostly water there. I mean, you can just see there's oil that's sitting on top of the water.
There's not a lot.
Yeah, and then there's water. Oh, Lord.
I thought about taking the oil filter off, but I don't think there's no reason for that.
Yeah, I think it would add insult to injury at this point.
So, well, we got, I guess for the next motor, some good quality K&N.
Oh, yeah.
And I got some good 20W50 with high zinc, so...
Yeah, that's all you need, man.
The new one's going to be hooked up pretty good, I think.
Yeah, well, like you said, we got the headers, the oil change, the wiring. We got all the accessory parts. You just need the core of a motor, which I can provide easily.
Oh, yes. That's going to be... We still have a lot to work on, though, so we'll stay busy, just not running-wise anymore.
Yeah, but we can get it. We can get it there. But, oh, yeah, have you shown anybody the beautiful wheels on here?
Not on the videos, no.
Oh, yeah, look at these freaking gorgeous wheels that Cyrus got for this truck.
Got some good American racing rims.
Oh, man.
We originally had 15s, but with the disc brake we did, there's 13-inch up front, 12 in the back, and this 15s are not going to cut it, but... Got the disc brakes on. We just need to center the caliper so that it's not going to be rubbing on one side and it could move freely.
Yeah.
But then got some pretty thick boys in the back and
yeah, I mean, like,
front.
Look at the thickness of that tire right there.
Oh yeah.
That's going to run good on this truck, and I think it just kind of fits the whole vibe of the truck.
In the wheel well too, the old ones, I'll throw a photo on screen. My dad had these super skinny tires, maybe like that much thickness on it, and it just looked ridiculous. So I'm like, I want some meat on it. I want it to be like an actual truck, but you want to see the nice shoes underneath, kind of a deal.
Oh, yeah. See, that's probably one of the nicest things about those wheels, is you could see those gorgeous, gorgeous disc brakes hiding behind there. So
got some nice CPP ones. The kit was pretty straightforward, and I was able to do it by myself for the most part. And so I'm like, well, it's pretty much straightforward there.
Well, so like you said, man, we'll keep looking at the positives. You got all that work done for the truck already. It's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, I mean, but I'd rather take a step back than to realize a bit later.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Have a spit a rod.
Well, on our next big project, we'll be starting the glorious interior wiring of all of this painless kit and getting the dash sorted out. And then Cyress has already done a lot of work on the interior already. New carpet, dash pad, all that kind of stuff. So once we get the interior wiring set up, at that point, man, I mean, this truck will just be dialed in, so.
Just needs a motor and a driveline at that point.
Yeah.
The transmission should be good. I know before we put it in, we did change the fluid and the filter and all that.
Yeah.
So the transmission should be fully good. We just need to get a driveline made, so we're going to take some measurements probably and then get a quote on that. Because I'd rather take it to a shop instead of trying to weld one ourselves, because they could balance it. It's probably on a warranty, if anything.
Yeah, it usually is.
And so...
Well, and the other thing is, too, I was thinking about the transmission, right? When we pull the motor, we can take the transmission out with it. And if we take the transmission out with the motor, you can always put a shift kit in the transmission.
True.
Shift kit makes it shift a little faster, a little sportier. It'll be a little more fun, you know? So it doesn't shift as slow and gently, you know? You've been in my truck, you feel how it shifts pretty hard. You've been in my wagon, it shifts pretty hard. And the thing is, too, is if we're pulling the motor out with the transmission, we could always do a double check on the transmission.
Exactly.
You know, make sure the health of it. You know, check filters, check all that kind of stuff, and maybe redo some seals, you know. That way we make sure it doesn't leak, you know. So, yeah, it's a setback time-wise, but honestly, man, I think it's a great opportunity for this truck to just be super dialed in.
I agree.
I mean, you know the delays I had on my wagon, man. It took 4 years to put that thing back on the road after I was already driving it on the road. But it's because every single time I got close to putting it on the road, I was like, you know, nope, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to redo this, or I'm going to redo that. That way I could just get in it and go when I'm done. And I think that's how I want you to be able to do the same thing with this truck.
I know for me, I've never seen this truck drive. It used to be where the Capri is right now, behind the fence.
Way hidden back there.
We pulled it out. My freshman year is like 2016, and it sat here for a while. We took the bed off. I sanded down the whole frame. Obviously, I need to do underneath of it still, but eventually it'd be a whole frame off restoration once I could powder coat it, sandblast it, and make it 10 times better once I have the space for that, honestly. But I've never seen it run. It was parked around like 02 is the last year it was registered by my dad and my grandpa, and I've never seen it drive, so it'd be cool to eventually have it actually back out of the driveway on its own, and it's going to be a whole feeling with that, and it's going to be
amazing, man.
Experience.
Then you can start daily driving this pickup, and then eventually you get, your AC and heat and all that in there. It's going to be even better.
We have plans for that, but we'll keep that on the hold for now and keep it as a secret, but it's going to be a well worth it upgrade moving forward.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun.
My dad parked it with like a rod knock, and then I guess someone, I'm not going to name who, in theory, stripped everything, so it was a shell when I got it, so I never had a motor, no transmission, no driveline, no shocks, tires were pretty much dry rotted, so
yeah. So
we're at a long ways, and so eventually I do want to make a full video of walking through everything we've done so far to catch you all up on it, and hopefully that'll be a nice 1 hour plus video for you all.
Yeah, and it might be a good idea maybe soon to do that video, mainly because we're going to have some slow progress.
Yeah.
So maybe soon we'll do a history video of the truck.
That would be a nice, because it's like, with the first video we made, like I said, it's not an original truck whatsoever. It's a Cheyenne, but there's like 20 other trucks worth of parts to make this a truck. So it'd be cool just to go over the history, show you guys what it's about, and kind of where it came from.